What's up, guys? I'm Jonny May from Piano with Jonny, and welcome to the E flat major lesson, where you're going to learn everything you need to know about the key of E flat. And guys, in this lesson, we're going to start off with the E flat major scale. You're going to learn the scale in both hands. You're going to learn the correct fingering, and then we're going to talk about strategies for practice, meaning how do you play the scale smoothly? How do you play the scale quickly? We're going to talk about the E flat scale in multiple octaves, so you can play it all the way up and all the way down the keyboard. We're going to talk about the diatonic chords in E flat, what are the main chords in the key of E flat. So when you sit down and you play a song in E flat, what are the chords you're primarily going to see? We call these diatonic chords. You're going to learn all 7 of them. And then I'm going to teach you chord progressions, meaning how do the chords move from one to the other. And I'm going to teach you 4 of what I consider the most common chord progressions. And finally, you're going to learn a song in the key of E flat. This is an original tune. It's a boogie woogie tune called Boogie Dog Doogie. It's a really fun tune, and this is what you're going to learn. So it's a lot of fun to play. Guys, this lesson is packed with content, so get ready. You're gonna have a ton of fun. Now in this preview course, you're gonna learn a portion of the lesson, and you can find the full-length course at pianowithjonny.com. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so in today's lesson, we're gonna start off by learning the E flat major scale, and I always recommend to my students, if you wanna understand a key, always start with the scale. Now, the E flat major scale is a unique scale because it has 3 flats in it: a B flat, an E flat, and an A flat. And this is indicated over here in what's called the key signature. So we see a flat on the middle line, which is B. We see a flat on the upper space, which is E, and then a flat on the second space from the bottom, which is an A. So B flat, E flat, and A flat. 3 flats indicate the key of E flat major. So that's kind of the first really important thing that you really need to know. So basically, when you play the scale, when you get to those notes, instead of playing an E, you play an E flat. When you get to an A, you play an A flat, and then instead of playing a B, you play a B flat. That's kind of the way it works here. All right, guys, let's start off with the E flat major scale in the right hand. I'll play it for you, and then I'll show you the fingering. All right, so go ahead and play along with me. We're going to start on finger 3 on the E flat. This is, by the way, just a reference here. This red dot is middle C, so we're just above middle C here. So we're going to go 3 finger on E flat, thumb on F, so there's a cross under there to start off with. Then the 2 on the G, 3 on the A flat. We talked about this being in the key signature. Finger 4 on the B flat. Then we're going to cross under to the thumb on C, and then the 2 finger on D, and then the 3 finger on E flat. Okay? That is the E flat major scale. Okay, let's go ahead and do it one more time, starting on finger 3, thumb on F, 2 on G, finger 3 on A flat, finger 4 on B flat, thumb on C, finger 2 on D, and the 3rd finger on E flat. So what I would do now is work on increasing the speed of the scale. Okay? You can just repeat it up the piano, and each time you repeat it, go a little faster. Okay? And the real key here is when you're practicing your scales, what you really want to focus on is your crossing over and your crossing under points. Meaning when you're coming up, you're crossing under to the F, and that's a really crucial note there. You want to make sure that's nice and accurate, and then crossing under to the C is going to be a really important reference point. You want the scale to be nice and smooth, so you don't want to hear gaps in between the notes. You want all the notes to be nice and smoothly connected. Something also that helps when you're playing the scale up is I kind of lean my wrist to the right as I'm coming up, and that really helps me kind of get to the notes there, okay? Also make sure you're sitting up nice and straight. We want to have good posture when we're playing the piano, so make sure you're sitting up straight, your shoulders are relaxed, you don't want them to be up like this, and then your elbows are to your sides, and you've got a nice curvature to your hands. You want this nice round position so you can play all the notes. Okay guys, so the E flat major scale on the right hand, that's the scale going up. let's go ahead and play the scale coming down, okay? So here we go from E flat, we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, down to C, okay? Cross over finger 4 to B flat, finger 4, finger 3 on A flat, finger 2 on G, thumb on F, and finger 3 on E flat, okay? So guys, that's the E flat major scale coming down. We'll do it once more. 3, 2, 1, cross over to finger 4 on the B flat, finger 3 A flat, 2, 1, 3, okay? So it's the same fingering going down as it is coming up, all right? And so what I want you to do is practice this. Just go down each time, increasing your speed. Right? The goal of this lesson is not to go super fast, right? We just want to learn the scale. We want to be comfortable with this scale. And the goal really at the end of the lesson is if someone says, hey, can you play an E flat? Yeah, you know the key of E flat. You know that there's these 3 flats and you know the fingering of the scale, okay? So work on the scale coming down. The goal is to increase your speed. Something that really helps coming down is to think of the crossing over points. So when you come down, the 4 is on the B flat and the 3 is on the E flat. Okay, so that really helps me, it helps my students, is to think of sort of assign a finger to the note, saying, okay, 3 on E flat, 4 on B flat, and that really helps. Okay, all right, guys, that's the E flat major scale going down. Another thing that helps is to lean the wrist coming down. So as you're coming down, let that wrist sort of guide the hand down. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to like turn your wrist like that, but it's definitely like a sort of a leading motion, right? And also, as you come down the piano, you can also lean your body to the left and to the right, all right? So you don't want to be like kind of stiff here. You want to have this sort of ability to move up and down the piano. Okay, guys, that's the right hand fingering. Let's go up and down now, okay? We'll go slowly. 3, 1, that's the thumb. Thumb on C. And take it down. 4 on B flat. And 3 on E flat, okay? That's the scale slowly. You want to speed this up. And then, if you can, go a little faster. Notice as you hear me playing this scale, there's no gaps in between the notes, right? All the notes are connected to one another. And it's very common for beginner pianists, when they're crossing under, you hear a gap. Right? And you really don't want that. So as you're coming up, you want to get that thumb over the appropriate note, so it's ready, and now it's over the appropriate note and ready to play it. All right, guys, that's the E flat major scale in the right hand. And let's go ahead and talk about the E flat major scale now in the left hand. Hey guys, this concludes the preview lesson. If you want the full-length lesson, you can find it at pianowithjonny.com. And if you enjoyed this key course, we have key courses in every single key, so you can learn all 12 of your major keys, you learn your scales, you learn your chords, chord progressions, and we also have a ton of other lessons at pianowithjonny.com. We have lessons in jazz, blues, boogie-woogie, rock, pop, improvisation, fundamentals, theory, technique. Guys, we have the full learning platform, currently over 300 video piano lessons, over 150 sheets, and we're adding new courses and new lessons every single day. We also have the Piano with Jonny community, where we do live events every single month. We do a live Q&A, we do a live workshop lesson where you can interact with me and you can ask me your practice questions. And of course, we have a ton of fun. We do a weekly challenge every single week. I put up a new video challenging the members, and it's just a blast. So be sure to check out the Piano with Jonny community. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next course.